What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Bugs here, and I'm gonna be bringing y'all the best wish list in my opinion that will make 2K21 the best 2K they've ever made. So it's my first video, so I appreciate it if y'all could sub and hit that like button to help me grow. But I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna get into this. I'm gonna be basically separating it into two sections. Basically, I'm really just gonna be focusing on Park and Pro-Am. So I'm gonna do Pro-Am last since Pro-Am is more my favorite game mode. So the first thing what I'm gonna talk about in Park is the neighborhood and Park should be separated. I feel like it would just help a lot if, like, every time I play Park, like I get stuck waiting for games and game after game. Like you win one game, like you can't even streak for real, like older 2Ks, like you could actually streak. Now it's like you win a game or two and like usually you gotta hop off the court just to go to one, because I feel like half the park is filled with people that like aren't even moving, you know what I mean? And it's like they're not even there, and it's taking away spots from active players that could be there. And like I don't know, I don't like that. It'd just be better if the neighborhood can, I don't care about the neighborhood staying, the neighborhood and park should just be separate. It would just feel like it would help a lot to keep games going and all that. Yeah, so that's my first point. And then my second point would be still in Park. The Park event awards need to be better. Like it's like, bro, it's so trash. Like I don't normally play Park events because it's so trash to me, but every time I do, like I get 5,000 VC in a stupid arm sleeve. Like that's just so it's like so pointless to even play. Like they just need to give more. Like the only event that me personally, my favorite was like the Mountain Dew one, like the boosts and all that. Like they need to have more events like that where they're actually worth playing. Like my opinion, they're not even worth playing for real. So if they definitely add better awards for the events, I think it would definitely help a lot and would entice people more to actually play the events. And then my last thing in Park is, I think everyone agrees with this, that they should bring back Park affiliations. Like it was just added a lot more fun to the game for on the Park side, at least for me, and like it's more competitive. Basically, people are grinding for like their affiliation, whatever they're in. I do feel like they might as well do different ones. Don't bring back the Ballers, the Rough Riders, the Old Town Flyers. Like they should have different ones, in my opinion. Have a start fresh. I think 3 is a good number. And then, like I said, have awards for that. Like maybe set like weekly or like monthly goals. Like I think weekly would be better, even daily. Like which whatever affiliation gets like the most wins or whatever, or score. Have like different challenges each day or each week. Like what affiliation hits the most threes or scores the most points, or gets the most dunks or the most steals. You know what I mean? Like you get awards for that, whether it's like VC, maybe like maybe double rep for the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I feel like it would increase like the competitiveness in Park. I know Park's probably more for like casual, but I think it would just bring a lot of fun for people that do play Park a lot. It's something for them to actually grind for. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for Park. Now I'm gonna focus on more of the Pro-Am side. And my first thing, which like my opinion is like the most important thing, is like, bro, they should let you, before like you load into the game, you should be able to choose what position everyone's at. Like let the PG decide like who is what icon. Like everybody, like I said, like sometimes, I know it's really not popular as much, but like back in certain 2Ks when you're the point forward, bro, like they're X, but like really they should be A if they're running the point guard, or a lot of times this mainly happens is like the center might be at the 4 and the power forward might be at the 5. So now like the pick and roll, you have the icon is Y doing the pick and roll, which should be LT. Like that's where you should just be able to choose that. If you want your hash to be B, they should be able to choose that, because sometimes your hash might be X or even Y, and it's like again, it's a preference, but the team should be able to choose that preference on what they want, where they want. Like I said, me personally, I like the PG being A, the hash B, the 2 corners X and Y, and obviously the center LT. That's my opinion. and I just think it would just make it a lot more smoother in that type of matter. And along with that as well, before games and all that, my next topic would be, in the gyms before, like the practice gym where you just shoot around, they should add like sets that you can work on. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just shooting around, you should be able to, run sets, like run little practice games, like in terms of like, for sets on offense and defense, like, and even inbound plays, like, you're at like the end of the game or whatever, and you're in a situation, you should be able to practice those situations in the practice gym instead of just shooting around. Whether it's, on offense, for example, you're trying to fight the press, right? You're trying to, beat the press going up the court. You should be able to have like bots, set up the bots in a press, and you guys can practice beating that in the gym. So, when it's game time, y'all have experience for that stuff, Same thing with like, defense. You want to run certain sets or certain traps or a certain press on defense or certain situations on defense. You should be able to do that in the practice gym instead of just shooting around, So I just think it would just help a lot of teams out in terms of being able to practice that, and then even like inbound plays, guarding and doing like guarding an inbound, in terms of where you want everyone to be at off the inbound, and then vice versa. When you're inbound the ball, you should be able to run sets, like run plays for the inbounder, the team inbounding. And again, you can use, they should be able to have bots to, play against you, or, you're playing against the bots just to get a feel for it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that would just help a lot. And then my last thing for proing would just be, it's kind of minor, but just being able to transfer, the team ownership over to somebody else. A lot of people, they grind really hard and they work, they put a lot of time into grinding up a court, and for whatever reason they might have to leave to go play on a different team, or for whatever reason. I mean, it just should be just a lot more simpler if you can just transfer that team over instead of having to disband. I just feel like it would just make it a lot easier instead of having to disband the team, because a lot of people, they put a lot of time in their court just to disband it. They build up their brand and everything, so that's just kind of tough. But that's pretty much all I have. So if y'all have anything else that you would like to add to the list, you can comment down below. And yeah, like I said, if you guys have any ideas for me to make any more videos for this 2K, because I know like 2K21 will be coming out soon, and I'm getting 2K21 on current gen. I'm not waiting for next gen. I'm gonna be getting both. So, but like I said, if y'all want to see any more content for this 2K or whatever, just comment down below. So I appreciate it. Again, if you watch the whole video, I would appreciate it if y'all could like and subscribe. So thanks. I'll see y'all next video.